Beats. feel like telling some stories.
Static selector. Show off, show off, show off, show off. You all tucked in? Here we go. Once upon a time in the hip-hop game, there was a brother named Rex, and he wanted the fame, he wanted to shine. No, he didn't purchase a chain, he wanted to rhyme. So he kept his mind on the pain of being brought up on the grind, where they hustling things were struggling time and time again. Upon his brain, he became rhythmic, eternal, king supreme, with big dreams of being large on rap scene. His mama was a single provider, cause daddy decided to get gone, did fast, way before the breakfast was finished. She broke fast, left us with a hopeless storm. The weather forecast was a never ever in dark cloud. If ever I get out, then I'ma make y'all proud. I'm gonna make my non-believers believers now. From kicking rocks to rocking crowds, I became Rex, and it was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine, hanging pictures on my wall, y'all. Yeah, and it don't stop, don't stop, don't
You
stop.
need to stay a while, I feel like telling some stories. Corey changed his name to R.E.S. 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 You need to stay a while, I feel like telling some stories. Corey changed his name to R.E.S. R.E.S.
Here we go. Sit a little while, I feel like telling some stories. First is this arrogant fuck.
His name's Corey.
Corey changed his name to R.E.K.S. So all of the rest would applaud me. Used to play guitar like Let's Get the Pellets, man. Back when Dougie Fresh and Rick the Ruler used to pack jams, backspins, graffiti cans, tricks with the hands, a microphone stand. Damn, I fell in love with hip hop, man. A Kango and eye patch, hoodies and some Timberlands. You remember way back when brothers was breakdancing. Remember one Christmas, mama bought me a boombox. Dare I say how loud that room got? I tuned into a movement, tuned out the rest of the world with my music. I became Rex, and it was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine, hanging pictures on my wall, y'all. Yeah, and it don't stop, don't stop, don't stop, don't stop, don't stop.
World premiere shit off that album R.E.K.S. dropping this summer. Static Selector Greenland.
You need to stay a while, I feel like telling some stories. Corey changed his name to R.E.S. 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 You need to stay a while, I feel like telling some stories. Corey changed his name to R.E.S. R.E.S.